here.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite Can We Go 2 for 2's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Mafex Death Trooper. I'm pretty excited to take a look at this because I was very positively surprised by the Shore Trooper. I already like the options that this guy has, so in order to continue speaking about it, let's get into that. He comes with 3 guns. One is like the more standard rifle that you saw with most of them using. Nice detailings on here, little red paint accents throughout. I like that. Red paint and silver paint there. That looks good. Silver paint airbrushed onto the barrel. That looks good. We got the soft goods strap attached. As long as that stays connected, that's good. Nice, nice work. A little thin silver paint that runs down the lines there. Really, really, really well done. Same thing here. Not as much paint, actually none. So that's a bummer, but it is an interesting gun and not one that we've got, I think, with the other options. I could be wrong about that, but it is interesting. I'll probably end up using this since we haven't had this before, at least not in abundance. And then we got this pistol, which he can hold. Not a whole lot of paint accents on this either, but he can hold it, and there's also another option utilizing this port. And that is you can stow it onto this port. So this is actually a peg and not a port. But you guys know what I meant. So that'll go right there, and that's nice. That's a nice option. Now, unlike the Figuarts, which gives you 2, one that has the peg and one that doesn't, this only comes with the 1, but I'm ultimately okay with it because I'm just kind of, it doesn't bother me that much. I was impressed that the Figuarts included it, but I don't think it's necessary. I don't feel like I deserve it, I guess, is the better way to put it. So that's that. And of course, he comes with a wide array of hands. Left and right pointing hands, left and right relaxed hands or posing hands, and then left or right trigger hands, and the trigger does go in the trigger guard, unlike the Figuarts, which has it kind of in the safety position. This does go inside the trigger guard, so that's nice as well. Also, I want to just add that all of this plastic for these weapons here, I thought I broke it, but these are extra pieces that are just clipped on, is a metallic flecked plastic, and it does show up under these bright lights quite nicely. He comes with an alternate head, same detailings that we'll talk about when we get to the figure, except it doesn't have the little side kind of targeting lens, I guess, or I'm not sure what that is, but it doesn't come with that, but it is a nice different option. And I'm not sure how many, let me put this down for a second, I'm not sure how many of the other ones do. So all of the Hasbro options come the way that you saw him stock in the beginning, and then the Figuarts is the only one that doesn't have the side piece on. So I might keep this one. I have the Bondi kit too, which I haven't put together. We'll talk about that a little later on. Lastly, he comes with this piece here and this piece here, which are like extra clip-on pieces, which are nice. Just to show you articulation real quick, you lose the forward ab crunch with this stomach piece on, and the head you don't really lose anything. So in order to get that off, just slip the head off, slip this off, and then you have an extra shoulder pad, and then unclip from here and from here. Okay, and then unclip from here and from here. Nice. Kind of seamless as well. And then I'm going to switch to the regular head because I already have a lot with the targeting head on. So that's how I'm going to have mine displayed. And now we get to talk about the figure. So it's on a double ball peg from the head to the neck. And then it feels like maybe it could be another double from the neck to the torso. So the range is crazy. Really well done and good tolerance. Double ball peg from the chest to the pelvis. To the abdomen. And look at that. And the sculpt continues up. See how far we can get over and back, so that's nice. And then I'm gonna guess a single from the pelvis into the abdomen. So using all of that, the range of motion is great. No issues whatsoever. Nice. Detailings wise, we have it looks like a green translucent plastic for the eyes, green translucent for these little nubs down here, silver paint in the center of the face, silver paint accents along the sides, and a great sculpt. Moving down, we have this gunmetal gray painted on the buckles. Otherwise, it's just sculpt work, except I think the black is a glossy paint maybe, because this looks like the base plastic, which is like this grayish black color there. Now, much like the Shore Trooper, it has these pieces that extend out from underneath the shoulders to help the shoulder pad fit onto the side of the arm. Obviously, this connected to the shoulder is the best way to go about it. That's not the way that Mafex likes to go about it for whatever reason. Probably cost, I'm not sure. This one's a little jammed up, but either way, pushed inside, you can get the arm out up to there. Pushed inside, you can even extend it to at least 90 degrees. Bicep swivel? Uh-oh. It seems like it should, yeah, it's there. I was gonna say, it seems like it should be there. It's at the armor cut, so that's a nice hidden joint. Double jointed elbow, good range there. Ball hinge for the wrist, so you can get up, down. It swivels at the hand and the forearm, so you'll also be able to get in, out after you swivel that joint around, which is a tight tolerance, but there it is. Same for the other side. For the hips, you have drop down ball pegs. So that allows you to get the, that's a tight, that allows you to get the leg all the way forward, but you do have to use the thigh swivel. Same for the other side. And not much out, unfortunately. So a fair bit, but not ridiculous. Thigh swivel, and that's around the universal, well, no, it's around the socket joint that plugs into the ball peg there. The belt is a floating piece of plastic, softer plastic. We have different accents, the silver, the glossy black throughout. Moving down the leg, so to speak, we have a double jointed knee, getting you the full range. It's a little bit long in the knees, but it's going to be ultimately fine, I think. And then the ankles are on a ball, ball hinge. Get you the ankle tilt up to there, down to there. A toe hinge, it's a bit extreme, not the prettiest toe hinge in the world. And you have a rocker at two places. So this ball hinge does rotate, and then you can rotate the foot back and use that for an extreme ankle rocker. But without even doing all that, it does have a swivel at the peg to get a little bit of one. So that's nice and convenient. A lot of times moving that joint around on different figures, especially play art stuff, oh, this is all on hinges. At least that one is. That one is too. So that's nice. A lot of times, like old school play arts figures, having to move those around, it could be a big pain. The shoulder is on a ball hinge as well that connects into, that's a disc hinge, that connects into a ball peg in the torso, so you can get a little bit of a butterfly joint as well. I don't think I mentioned that. So that's this figure in a nutshell, and it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty well executed. The only thing that's kind of still obnoxious is the shoulders, and this one's jammed up, so it's doing even less of a good job. But other than that, that's really the only complaint I have. Size comparison wise, there he is with the Black Series and the Figuart. So he's a tall fella, but once again, I'm okay with some height variation. These are not clones. These are recruits. These are guys that were signed up. So I'm okay with height variation, and I'm okay with a little bit of variety. So for me, it works. I have the Bondi model kit, which I'm also going to do, and I'm going to give him this bit, like the extra bits, because sometimes the joints on those look a little funky, and I figure if I add that to it, then it will cover up some of those funky joints. And when we do that, we'll take another look at all of them together, and we'll pose them up and do some cool stuff with them, and then we'll talk about the best and worst of the sets. All right? Final thoughts wise, let's talk about the negatives. The outward hip movement is a bit of a burden when you're trying to get them in dynamic poses, but I don't know if most of these guys, I don't know if most people that buy these guys put them in dynamic poses. I think most of us imagine them like kind of just standing straight up, but that's not an excuse. They should have had that motion in there. There is this one little joint tolerance with the shoulder pad that's worth mentioning. Individual results will probably vary there, but it's worthwhile to mention it, especially on mine. And the fact that he's huge could be an issue for you. It's not an issue for me, but it could be an issue for you, rather. Positives wise, once again, the joints are feeling much better this go round. All the tolerances are going better all the way around, and nothing exploded in my hand. Usually Mafex come with the explode in your hand action gimmick. Oh, sweet, a new Mafex figure. Oh! But this one, feels sturdy, feels solid as a rock. I love the amount of accessories that you get. It's very cool. It's very posable, even with the hip issue. The sculpt is on the money. The price is getting a little bit more expensive, but the quality is getting a little bit better, and I'm willing to pay the difference. So yeah, I definitely recommend them. Plus, you know my theory on troopers. You can never have enough. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.